Well, how you doing? This is the Guy from Pittsburgh, and tonight my special guest host is Tertiary Imam. No, actually, it's not Tertiary Imam, but you recognize the star of stage, screen, television, and maybe even radio. And he's here to tell me a few things. What's that? Yes, I'm well aware of that. Yes, I'm going to talk about her tonight. And Mr. Nori, yes. And Belgab, and MV, because I can never pronounce his last name right. Yeah, I'll be talking about Miss Parody out there. Yeah, you're right. Okay, go back and see the squirrel. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. And there he goes, folks. And he'll be showing up from time to time to give me little hints and ask me questions. But this is the Guy from Pittsburgh, and tonight I want to talk about the incredible, as George Hart would say, Bell Gab sucks. Well, you know, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I wouldn't be flattered if I were the owner of Bell Gab, MV, the great podcaster. The podcast is on two podcasts. Because not only did this woman not flatter him, she ripped the design of his website off. Now, there's a phrase she uses, and I gotta use it because it's so dumb. When she wants you to click on a link, it says, clicky on the picky. Well, she's being picky, folks. She's got a beta version of the Bellcat Sucks forum screen. There's only one problem with it, Sarah Brestlin. You're violating copyright law. You're infringing on Bellgab's copyright. Your site can be taken down for it if MB wants to do anything about it. Hello? I don't know if your brain's not tightened enough or your bra straps are too tight. Assuming you are a girl, because many on Bellgab think you're a guy pretending to be a girl, since you claim yourself to be Sarah Parody Brestlin and you claim to be a journalist. Well, I hate to tell you this. I make fun of being a newsman, a reporter, a journalist with my official Carl Kolchak International News Service press badge there, as you can clearly see. I gotta get someone to tell me how to fix this mirror problem. But I'm not a journalist. I'm a blogger. I'm a video poster. Now, if I take journalism courses, I get a degree, I may still not be a journalist because I'm not getting paid for it. And most of the places, like Congress and other places, they tend to only recognize people who work for paid entities. We're not journalists. The courts haven't determined that either, Sarah. You're just a poster. You're just a blogger. And you're also a plagiarist, a copyright infringer. And then you top it off. You say that people who are from Bellgab won't be able to post to your site. Well, if that isn't elitist, I don't know what is. You were banned from the site because you're an irritant. And then you have this thing to claim that the owner of Bellgab, fan forum for Art Bell, and all things paranormal, and all things coast to coast when Art Bell was running it, and Dreamland, George Knapp, and the only other host that worked under the aegis of Art Bell, and the vast Pahrump podcasting empire that is burgeoning in the sands of the desert by the oasis of Pahrump. Well, MV didn't make insensitive remarks. He certainly wasn't trying to offend your sensibilities. He made remarks about his dealings with Verizon, and I don't know if it's wireless or mobile or internet or phone service or television, but he's a Verizon customer. And he said, I quote, at least from what you said, Let me see here. And I apologize, MB, if I mispronounce your name. I'm terrible at pronouncing with my teeth missing. I apologize for that too, folks. One day, I'll get implants. Maybe not as nice as Sarah's. Van Dieven, referencing his hatred for Verizon, said, "If I were a terrorist, I would drive to wherever they are and I would suicide bomb them. I hate them so much." Curtis can then be heard laughing in the background. And then Sarah journalist Brestlin asked, will they edit the recording? An apology is in order. Just like those apologies made about what some said regarding the Boston Marathon bombing. People are still very sensitive about remarks such as MV made. Maybe a little sensitivity training, or I'm spewing the D word from my mouth and I can't shut up. Training would be in order. Stay tuned. Sarah Brestlin reporting. This story is not a parody. It actually did happen. What Michael Van Dieven said was not only irresponsible, could be damaging to Art Bell, since Bell allowed Van Dieven to stream on Bell's newly formed Dark Matter network. What kind of Art Bell fan is Michael Van Dieven to do something like this after Art Bell trusted him enough to place him on the DMN schedule? Well, I don't want to tell you this, Sarah, but, people say this kind of stuff all the time. You get mad at someone or a company, I'd like to kill someone. I'd like to murder them. I'd like to strangle them. But 99% of us are responsible enough that we're just venting our anger or disgust or irritation, being put on hold forever, or crappy customer service, or crappy cell phone service, like my iPhone 4 that keeps losing calls and screwing up ever since they put iOS 7 on it, which also sucks. And Verizon, I've had nothing but problems with Verizon on and off on my iPhone since I got it, and as soon as my contract's up, I'm waving bye-bye to Verizon and finding somebody else. And speaking of things that irritate me, why is it that all three companies, AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint, or no, T-Mobile, I'm sorry, Sprint, T-Mobile, when you go and you say, I got an iPhone here, how much to get service, basic service of the month without data? And they all say 60 or 70 bucks a month. Now, I know these things are subsidized, but wasn't there a thing about about competition, and wouldn't having the same fee at every provider be restraint of trade, or a collusion, or maybe even a conspiracy that they're all 60 to 70 bucks to have an iPhone a month? I don't get that. And maybe Obama should have his antitrust people look into that, because there ought to be, one of them ought to have a lower rate than the other, where they're all working in hand with Apple and each other. So it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, Sarah Brestlin also, and I haven't learned how to do it yet, but if you go to her belgabsucks.com site, she's got a screen page of her new proposed belgabsucks.com discussion forum. And lo and behold, the shell of it, it's got a blue background and blue type and a little yellow-orange thing for home and a bunch of things going down the screen. She hasn't built any more of it, but it looks identical to the opening, even to the type and the text. The size of the text, the design, looks identical to the Belgab website. And under the DCMA, if MB wants to make a complaint, he can get them to take it down, and he can even sue Sarah, and he can sue the provider of her internet service for violating copyright laws. And there's a big copyright symbol on the bottom of the page of the, I'm going to move it up here. That's Bank of America. I'm sorry for that. bottom of the web page, if you go to BellGab and you scroll down to where all the users are little, it says copyright 2013, da 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 da. And it's copyrighted. And when it's copyrighted, you can't decide that you want to have the cat and hat site over here, and then you'll make the cat in the stocking site and have his site look just like the cat in the hat site. You can't do that. It's called illegal. So Sarah needs to get a clue that she can't just copy the BellGab site thinking she'll gain some temporary notoriety on this. And she'll have a site for all the people that don't like BellGab. And there also are some. I've gotten posts sent to my YouTube channel saying BellGab sucks, BellGab is terrible. And I don't post them because I don't agree with them, and a lot of them are using obscene language, and I won't let that on my comments on my channel. And another thing, Sarah, you say that I am mean and BellGabbers are mean. Well, first of all, we're only vaguely mean. And you want mean, Sarah? I'm a Taurus with a temper. I got broken glasses. My car got hit last week by a hit-and-run driver and totaled. By the way, I found out in the body shop people at BellGab. Hi, BellGabbers. $9,000 damage on a $4,200 car. So that's why it's totaled. It's not fixable. So I am not in the mood to be Mr. Happy right now. And you haven't seen me when I'm mean. Really mean. You want me to be mean, Sarah? I'll be really mean to you. But that's another thing. A lot of guys on BellGab don't think you're a woman. You think you're a fake Ms. Parody. So get a clue, because you're treading on thin ice, and winter is coming. And it'll be the winter of your discontent when MV and BellGab get through with you, and when I, the guy from Pittsburgh, get through with you. And that's what I got to say for tonight. Have a great Thanksgiving, a great day. Go Stillers. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.